Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Factory Town. Uh, Last time we got quite a bit done. It's the next day. I'm less tired now, so I'm not going to be yawning. It's not exactly 5 a.m. It's 12:50, which is still pretty bad, but well, you got to record when you can, right? All right, so we're going to go to continue because that should load up the last save. I know what a shoot is. I'm using them. Goodbye tips. All right, yeah, that's the right game. Let's unpause and let's get back to work. Let's see. What else do I have? Let's just check on the economy real quick. Flour. Things I don't really know how to acquire yet. Alright. Um, let's go into the build menu. Buildings. Right now I'm trying to find out. Did I already unlock it and I just can't see it? Ah, yes, there it is, the school. I was trying to find the school. With this, you can do research, which will allow us to unlock new things. Um, I kind of want to place it just like here, and I'm not sure as to whether I want to, or I could just place it here directly next to the lumber mill. That way I could just switch the lumber mill over to making paper. Actually, I think I'm going to do that considering we've got a good stack of 233 planks. So I'm just going to do that paper, deselect that. Then we're going to select recipe, unselect that, and select paper. It now needs water, and so we're going to put in a new person, and he is going to require water. Yep, there he goes. We're going to get one more. His job will be to take the paper and put it next door. First thing we're going to get is farming. Because forestry isn't needed, we're still cleaning out trees in the area that we want to build in. So yeah, that will slowly tick over. As you can see, it takes a while, and that's why I was stacking up red coins, because you need them for research. Now let's see how much. Yeah, that's just one each for stone, brick. Let's check the economy again, see what else we can do. Red for cheese, butter, stone bricks, wool, cloth, shirts, nails, tools. Nothing we can even come close to producing right now. Yeah, nothing we can even consider producing in mass quantities. Um, so, in the meantime, we're just going to keep that ticking up with the stone bricks that we have and hope for the best. Yeah, leather is required to upgrade next time, so that's when we are going to research the animal pens or whatever. I forget what it was called. I just looked at it and I forget what it was called after this, so that we can set up farming and we can set up that so we can stack up some leather and some other things. Probably going to stack up fertilizer first to get a nice actual farm plot set up instead of this makeshift thing we've got going on here. Because although it works now, it's not something that's permanent. It's very temporary. And we're also going to need to get rid of this rock deposit here eventually. Get rid of what we can. I'm not sure if I can get rid of what's in the water or not. Hopefully I can build bridges over it, because that would just be really easy. Make my life so much easier. Also wanted to take a look around for fish in the rivers, if we've got any of that. Yeah, farming's done. Let's go here and select animal pasture. That's what it's called. We'll let that start ticking over. And let's look around a bit. Looks like we've got some fish there. Some fish there. Decent amount. And nothing in this small little area. Once we start expanding, purchasing things, then we might find more, we might not. Hopefully we'll find a bit more because it's really easy, really, really easy food to be, sold. Because coins, very important. Let's check the economy. I'm actually curious. Yeah, fish, just real cheap red coins. Something that could be put into the food market, not just the general store to be sold. Let's check on, no, that's a workshop, that's not a school. Check on the school. Okay, yeah, it's almost halfway done. Let's start figuring out where we want to put this farm. So let's go to the build menu, buildings, farm. It's got somewhat decent range. Actually just gonna put it like this. Then I'm gonna put another grain mill right there. And I am going to finally delete this one, switch it over, and I'll put another one right there facing that direction. So let's pause. Build menu, buildings, grain mill. Put one right there. Switch this to flour. Get this worker to go here and do that. And then this worker, which is another gatherer, will be responsible for requiring water. Then we're going to switch this wagon over to exporting to there. And then get this guy to feed that out, and gotta rotate this guy to do that way. There's no connections here, there's nothing in it. Okay, and we're free to delete. Now let's see. You're also going to be in charge of doing that. I'm going to have him keep grabbing just this outside grain that doesn't really fit into... oh, we've unlocked pasture. Sweet. It doesn't really fit into that, so we're going to immediately get... Let's rush basic logistics real quick. Now that we've got animal pasture set up. Okay, so farm tiles is all we've unlocked, really. Buildings, the pasture. Where can we fit this in that's not going to be in the way of future plans? We've got this nice big area that we cleared out here. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and put it there. And we're going to first set this to make fertilizer, which just requires animal feed and water. That's it. As you'll notice, they all require just animal feed and water in differing amounts with differing times. And actually, each one comes with a byproduct here with fertilizer. So let me look here, work some logistics. We need to produce leather anyway. We'll produce slow, and it causes, but it needs a lot. It's a 1-to-1. Yeah, we're actually just gonna set it to leather and I'm gonna leave that. Then I need two new guys. His job will be to provide water. His job will be to provide. Oh yeah, no one's producing that yet, so I can't really tell him to do that. Did I? I think I did. Did I do that? I did do that. Dang it. It's gonna bug me. Reinstate him. And reselect him. And then you are gonna keep. Actually, we're just gonna have you run that directly to the food market. Just get rid of that. And now this requires just fertilizer, so we need to set up another grain mill. So we're going to rotate here, go to the build menu, grain mill, um, rotate. That's a 4. I thought that was a 3. I will move the general store and the food market over 1 later, just because it'll make things easier later. Then let's grain mill. I need to. Okay, it's set to animal feed. Perfect. Just means it requires wheat. Yep, output's overflowing. It doesn't really have anything to. What's your job? You're gonna do that now. Where are you going? I guess he had something weird in his hand he wanted to drop off. Yeah, he's just gonna grab grain and put it in the grain mill. And you, yeah, you just acquire that. Perfect. So then now, slowly but surely, it's going to acquire animal feed. And I mean slowly but surely, but you know, baby steps, baby steps. For now, let's extend this road out there. Actually, let's just go ahead and extend the road out all the way. That way, the woodworkers going by can still do their thing. Just one more should do it. And we'll have our first bit of fertilizer and leather. Alright, that's the first thing. It's not really done anything important. We're going to have one guy take the leather straight to the base, and the other guy is going to take the fertilizer straight to the base for now. Later, we're going to end up sending that back to the farm to increase growth speed, but right now we want it in the base so that we can go to here with farming and actually build farm tiles. Farm tiles are the things that allow me to plant more grain and sugar and other things. In this case, this one will just be solid grain. I plan on filling the entire square that it has with grain, so this can just produce a lot. And then we can, well, actually, minus these 3. I'm gonna go ahead, go into the build menu, go to paths, and build a little road, if it will let me. Am I out of bricks again? I'm out of bricks again. Oh god. Did not realize I was out of bricks again. Alright, gonna do that. Alright, so the current thing with it is, I think we're just not producing. Well, not acquiring enough. I'm gonna add 2 workers, click here, increase to 2 workers so that it's 135%, and then have them start mining. Because increased input and increased speed, yeah, see it's refilling just about fast enough. Yeah, so it's almost constant. And so by the time the thing gets back there, it's taking 3 back instead of just, 1 or 2 at a time. Of course, the thing that we've got here, the wagon, can hold more than 3. So it'll still be loading out. See, it can hold 4 at a time, and it's just doing that thing. But there's still 1 left, and so hopefully, just hopefully, it'll start to build up. And to keep that from building up, well, not keep it from building up, to help it build up a little bit, we're going to see, wait a minute, I can't, uneven terrain. Either way, that'll speed that up a little bit, and hopefully these guys can keep knocking out that stone fast enough to build up some bricks. Okay, now what we're doing, pasture, right. Why are these guys standing here? You're the water dude. Okay, and you guys are all the bring shit there. This is all because we have one guy transporting grain back and forth. So your job is actually going to be changed, and I'm going to see if I can build a wagon. Actually, I'm going to keep you doing that, and I'm going to see if I can build a wagon before I mess with it. Workers. I have enough to build a wagon. Sweet. So then your job is to grain mill, export, pasture. I'm actually going to keep him on that for a bit, just because the things can only move one at a time. Like they move in a specific way, they avoid each other, they go like that, and then they avoid, causing them to take odd routes. Just so we've got one guy that's just constantly pouring in things. I think the best thing we could do is to set up another road here. Because we're actually going to have to move these over, so I don't know how I want to do this. This is the downfall of having everything, close-knit like this. Pardon me, is because the people have no problems passing each other. The carts, on the other hand, they don't like passing each other. And building a road would do nothing because they don't get the increase of speed on roads. They get increase in speed only on these roads. Well, paths. They don't get increased speed on paths. They get increased speed on roads. My bad. Yeah. So you can see a lot of this game is logistics and planning, and I did not plan well enough, and still am not planning well enough, because what are you doing? What is your thing? Or are you just standing here? You just got animal feed? Alright, well, you're still gonna take grain. I think that was that guy. I think I accidentally told him to just stay there and didn't notice. Oh well. Yeah, so now we've got a supply of 9 fertilizer and 9 leather. One more leather, and that would be enough to get that upgrade. Then we've just got to make everything else, which is 20 stone bricks and 20 happiness, which almost seems easy, but not quite. What's the development houses? Okay, we can't have enough house capacity. So why is this only level 1? Yeah, we're making you level 3. Just because, just so I don't have to do it later. These are houses. I'm just going to make these level 2. Get that out of the way. I'm going to leave them. I'm not going to make it level 3 quite yet because all they can do is consume food and general goods, and that's all we're distributing. Then a medicinal good they can consume. I'm not sure how to set those up quite yet, so we're going to leave that alone for a later day. Meantime, what's the holdup here? Out of paper? Yeah, it's just as soon as it's being produced, oh, it's running out of water. Do I have a person doing water? I do have a person providing water. It's almost a one-to-one, just instant efficiency. Yeah, so it's just, well, it's disappearing as soon as, where's it going? Okay, yeah, it's going straight there. It's just, I keep clicking on it in a place one at a time when it's in its rest period, quote unquote. And we're almost to basic logistics, which means that little ramp I was trying to set up earlier would work now. It would now work. Well, it would now function. And so I can actually, well, it will work as soon as I get it done. Once that gets done, then it'll work and we can switch over from this wagon doing things to just a constant flow of one guy putting it on a conveyor belt. Or I wonder if I can just load it directly onto a conveyor belt from the building. Then it would just be a constant stream whenever it's produced. Either way. Just one moment. I need to get a drink, as talking for long periods of time, as to anyone who has done it, talking for long periods of time tends to dry out your throat. So, pardon me. Good old Yorkshire tea. All right, let's see. So we're just waiting on that. Slowly ticking up. While we're waiting, let's go to the build menu. Now that we've got all of that lovely fertilizer stacked up, we can start building some farm tiles, which don't really know what the thing is with that, but we're just going to build them here for now. Oh, out of fertilizer. We don't have enough buildup. Let's see, then we're going to go to build menu again, and we don't have enough grain. If that's the case, we'll just make another one because we can. And he's going to take grain. Actually, no, he's not. No, he's not. And neither are you. Both of you just come down here for now. Okay. You're going to grab this grain and bring it there. And so are you. They tend to be a little dumb, so it's going to take them a minute. Oh, conveyor belts. We've got the barrier gate that I don't know what that is. One way. Oh, that's for roads. That's cool. Let's see. Cloth conveyor belt. Cloth conveyor. What? So, okay. Steam power. Hmm. And intermediate logistics. All right then. And the little conveyor thing. Okay, it looks like you can just make them go directly into buildings and out of buildings. All right. Or at some point you can. I'm not sure if you can do that with that. Medicine. Should we do medicine? Yeah, let's do medicine first. That way we can set up some consume medical good here. Do these have a inventory that let's test this as soon as this ticks over. Now it just goes directly there and sells it off. Alright, good to know. So I've got these guys stacking up. I've got 10. Okay, so that means we can do 5 plots of grain. 2, 3, 4, 5. And that will actually increase very slowly. It will grow. Yep, see it's popping up. And it is applying water to things like this so that it can grow. 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, see, there it is. It's all grown, and it'll slowly produce resources on its own. As you can see, the ones in the back, they're back to a growing period, but they don't grow quite as fast as these do. So these plots, these farm tiles are efficient because things grow faster, and once you harvest all of the grain in this block, as you'll see with this one, it goes back and starts growing again. So yeah, that's the big point of it, is you wait for it to grow back, and then chop it down, and then wait for it to grow back. And as we plant more of these, it's going to let us actually produce enough grain to keep that output full like it was earlier. Because now it's not, because we're running out of these. They're no longer the 27, 33, etc. like, they are back here. They're just being, close to 6 or 7, because whenever they first grow, they end up being, 6 or 7 or 8. Make things a lot easier. So let's see, we can do another farm tile. Another few farm tiles. Can't afford any more. That's fine. Open up the build menu again. Plant grain. Get that lined up first. Alright, and then escape. And we'll let that start growing so that we can increase our threshold even more. Or our threshold, we can increase our production even more. And with production increased, it means that, more prosperity, more people will be happy, minus this guy. And that guy. Those two are just like Oscar the Grouch or, whatever. Just mopey. Or I guess it's not being mopey. There's no real negative, so they're just meh. Oh, they're meh too. And they're meh. Why is everyone becoming meh? Yeah, see, now it's maxed out at 10. It's no longer harvesting as much. still harvesting the same, but it's remaining almost full. And now it's remaining full again as things have started to grow. Well, it's ticking back 9 and 8. So in actuality, if I'm honest, I think hmm, yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Just for now, I can't actually build that because it's produced in the workshop, but it's with cloth that I don't have. So what we're gonna do, when it when in doubt, mess up and click the wrong button. I'm gonna use this to produce that. And we're actually gonna use that to empty it out more quickly. Thinking, do I need more in the grain mill or do I need more here? For now, let's just, no, wagon, there we go, just move there. Input, empty, okay. We're just gonna have you go to that one so that food supply is ironed out. Shouldn't interfere too much with the other ones because it's just quick back and forth. It should be out of the way. Yep, see? Out of the way before anything really happens. And now the output is empty again because it can't really keep up. Do I have anyone? I don't know if I have anyone supplying water anymore. Oh, it's this guy, I think. No? Okay. Go get water. Do that. So he's doing that. Then you are actually going to slowly but surely grab fertilizer and bring it to the farm. Because if the output's empty, then growth decreases. Oh, speaking of fertilizer, let's go to logistics blocks. Barrier gate, one way. Alright. That's for efficiency, and so it's using renewable resources, which is red coins. Let's go to, what was I doing? Builds, no, it's in farming. Farm tiles. Farm tiles. Yeah. Already out of fertilizer. There we go. So what's the limiting reagent here? It's grain? Yeah, we're waiting on grain. We're actually going to move this guy to do that. And we're just solely going to rely on the cart to deliver to this one. For now. We'll probably readjust later, and I will probably realize that I will forget to readjust later, and then readjust later when uploading this, or if someone decides to remind me in the comments. If I do something stupid or forget to do something, do me a favor and just put it in the comments and let me know. Also, I'm about to take a drink, so if you can hear it, sorry. Good tea, good tea. Alright, let's see. The only thing with this game is you can just let it achieve just this happy little equilibrium. You can. And just, just wait before you do something else and just let it run. And nothing bad will really happen. But the thing being is, that's not really entertaining for a YouTube channel. So I try not to do that. Well, I'm trying not to do that right now. Let's see, let's go into the build menu. What else can I start on? Oh, how's medicine doing? Oh shit, I didn't know that was 100. We're about halfway there. Now we're halfway there. That's gonna take a while. Alright, since our main bottleneck right now is grain, yeah, since it's grain, I'm just watching this tick over, seeing how. If I add another worker, then that increases. So if I were to go here, farming, farm tiles. Oh, I don't actually have any because it's not stacking up because he's moving it. Alright then. Yeah, you're that guy. I'm gonna tell you to not do that for now. So it can stack back up and we can keep building up things. Oh, he moved around to start harvesting from over there. That's completely fine. Hmm. I'm trying to think. What else can I have him do that's be, work efficient? What else can I have this build? If it's got leather and cloth, it can build a book. Cloth conveyor belt with cloth, wood wheels, stone brick. Oh, that's not bad. A shirt with just cloth, but I don't really have cloth. A cloak. Warm coat, reinforced plank. Oh god, I don't want to have to deal with that later. A shoe. I can have it produce shoes with leather and nails. What can I produce right now with just leather? Nothing? Well, leather and paper is books, so the school just produced books. Well, not school, the lumber mill just produced books. If I cease to research and then, can I do that? I can do that. I can let that stack up just so till it's full and then have him start bringing it over to the workshop, which switch recipe will then start to make books. And then I'll have the books taken from workshop to, I believe, general goods store and then start selling it to people. I need 20 happiness. I do not have 20 happiness. Stone brick, 20. I'm at 16. It's slowly stacking up even though we're selling it off. Yeah, I believe that's all I need. Okay, so, oh, yep, there's the 20. Back to 16. Then we're up to 18. Yeah, that's a weird fluctuation. I guess it's slowly growing. About like one every cycle. It is technically growing, and so I'm just gonna leave it. And what we're going to do for now is go to the build menu, farming, farm tiles. Oh, my bad. Well, yeah, we're going to build a few more farm tiles. Can you tell I'm obsessed with symmetry? And then build menu again, grain. And then leave that be. CB. Fertilizer even increases the growth even further. Pardon me, I have to stretch. Okay, so it increases that even further so that it grows faster and it can have a more constant production of wheat. And it's just quick and easy. I'm gonna have this guy do water for now, so he's not dawdling. Oh, his thing is water, he's doing that. Okay, okay. Hmm. Let's say there's 31 in there right now. Once it hits 36, that would be enough to research medicine. And then from there, I suppose for now, we can take it back up to 1. Alright, now we should have 1 and then some. What's your job? Oh, that guy's behind. Okay. Your job. Yeah, that was the guy that gave wood to the... Okay. And you're gonna start doing that then. Just supply wood. Then you... Let's see what to do with you. Oh yeah. We're gonna take the paper. We're gonna move it to the workshop. So we've got paper there. And then we're gonna have one more guy. His job is to take leather and put it at the workshop. We'll see. Can I sell books here? I don't think so. I don't think it'll let me sell books. Let's see what books actually do before I commit to this, before I've already, well, more than I've already committed. Can I sell these? I can sell enchanted books for 3. I don't think I can actually sell these. What are the point of books then? I don't understand. That's unfortunate. Alright then. Paper guy. You're instead going to keep doing that. And you... You're a disappointment. Make cloth out of wool. What requires wool? Oh, probably for me to go get it. It's mana shards. Do I have any wool? Mana shards. Mana shards. Airstone. Grain. Do I not have any wool on my map? Or is that not something I pick up? Do I get that from sheep? Like with the pasture? Eggs. Wool. Yeah. Yeah, I do. Well, we've got enough, so let's switch that over. Still requires... It's faster and requires less. So yeah, we're gonna start producing wool, and you are actually going to produce cloth with said wool. And then general store, you can sell cloth, and you can sell a cloak, which produces blue that we don't need yet. But yeah, we can sell clothing instead of stone bricks, which only sell for one, which will actually be perfect. So then your output is that. Where's the guy that... Okay, you're the guy that tries to supply leather. Does it actually need leather? No. No, it doesn't. So you, sir, are going to start taking things out and putting it back into the system. Yes, we're going to wait this out. Then we're going to take that out. Then we're going to start taking that out. And once he's done with that, we'll have him start taking wool. Okay, so he's the... Okay, no. He's the leather guy. We're going to have him set to do that. I think our limitation currently is water. As strange as it sounds. Yeah, go get water. So slowly but surely, we'll actually produce manure or fertilizer faster and produce wool, which then, now that that's empty, you will go to here and you will get wool and bring it there to turn into cloth. Oh, we're bypassing the system here. Okay, then you're gonna take cloth and you're gonna send it to the general store. Actually, no. Yeah, we're gonna have you do that. We're actually gonna move you there. We're gonna take the stone brick mobile here, and it's gonna take cloth to the general store. And that should work. It'll take a little bit longer than bricks to get going. And to actually, supply. But actually it's working rather well. We've got 11 there. Just no workers working here, so yeah, let's speed that up to 1. So by the time it gets there and comes back, it should have about, yep, 3. And if it ends up doing things like that, where he's stuck there waiting on that. Why is he stuck waiting on grain? How much? I have these guys doing that, so I'm gonna remove you from doing that. And I'm gonna remove you from doing that. And I'm definitely gonna remove you from doing that. Just so it's only the wagons moving things, just so it's easier. Then with the grain mill, there was nothing actually producing it, so we can have one guy and two guys just do that. That way it's easier. And we're prioritizing food over grain because the wagons carry 4 and the people only carry 1. There's only 2 of them. So yeah. And they're just the water people, I think. Yeah, they're just the water people, and it just doesn't use as much water as it needs. Okay, build menu, farm tile. I know this isn't very entertaining. I'm well aware. Sorry about that. Just I want this to not be a problem, and this is the only throughput problem we're having right now is our grain. And so the more that we produce in these little squares, the more it can just produce constantly and not stop. And then we can say that to 3. Why does it still say 1.5 seconds? That is not 1.5 seconds. Hold the phone. Why are you... No. There. I selected the wrong one. Now the grain mill should have higher priority than... Well, the grain mill than the grain mill. The fertilizer will have slightly more higher priority, and it's still filling up and being excavated as intended. I'm going to extend that to 3, because it looks like we can produce... We can keep up with the throughput here. And it's constant because we have enough there. Perfect. Guess what? I won't actually need multiple farms if I set up farming plots with different things inside of this one area. That's actually cool. Alright, let's go to the map. And farming, mining, sugar, berries, carrots, potatoes, tomatoes. Plant cotton. Need to find cotton first then, to pick it in order to plant it. Which again, I don't think we have. We got apple trees. Some berry bushes around somewhere, more apple trees. Yep, see berries. Herbs. We actually need to go out and gather herbs at some point. Sugar. Oh, there's sugar at the edge of the map. Cool. I'll need to send one guy out there to gather like 2 of that. I'm trying to find any cotton we might have. Because all I can do is just scan the whole map, right? We've got a field of potatoes here. That's helpful. Not gonna lie, that might be helpful one day. I don't know what I might need it for, but I might need it. Because you never know. Alright, yeah, just tomatoes. I don't see any wool. Not wool. Cotton. I don't see any cotton. More tomatoes. Yeah, I'm gonna have to have a look at that later. Alright, let's see. So now we've got a decent. Yeah, we're just selling straight cloth right now, which sells for 4. Yeah, if I process that, it would sell for 10. Let's go to the build menu and buildings, another workshop. Move you out of the way. Ah, it's not hotkey. I was hoping one of those was the workshop. Make sure it's facing the right way. And then, oh, we can make cloth out of cotton too. Huh. Too bad we can't find any. Look, conveyor belt shirt, which is just 2 cloth. Yeah, we're gonna do that. Yeah, you're the. I'm gonna move you over here. We go to build paths. Oh, we can upgrade. Sweet. Road. Deselect. Your job will be to take that there. Just wait for a moment, and then you will be in charge of taking that from there to there. Perfect. Now, let's click here, and it's time to upgrade. We've unlocked a kitchen, apothecary, and by 4. Apothecary is important because I think that's what lets me, distribute medical goods. What I really need to do is change those logging guys to get these trees out of the way. Or still, yeah, there's at least this guy. Your job is to chop this tree now. Really? Water is the redeeming factor here? I'm gonna add another 2 workers. And your job's gonna get water. And your job's gonna get water. Because for some reason, I think I took the guy off water for this. Because it should not take that long. Yeah, see, they've already got it up and running. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. I also thought I had enough paper in here to get all the way to... Oh, does it require 2? I think it requires 2. Oh, let's check that. Once it clicks over to 2. Yeah, it requires 2 per. That's where I did my math wrong. Alright, I didn't notice that. Unfortunate, but it happens. We're still getting grain there. Let's see. Yeah, it's still supplying a decent amount. It's all fine until the yeah, it just has little bits where some of these are well, too many are regrowing at once and it lags behind. But other than that, it seems to be producing things perfectly fine. Decent amount of, oh, we've unlocked medicine. Poultice, medical rep, antidote. Don't you let out the antidote. Alright, ointments, mana pre. That's some magic age bullshit that we are not ready for. We're gonna get forestry next, because forestry seems like an easy little thing that we should probably grab. Just so once we get, trees cleared off that we need, cleared off, that we can set up a renewable source of wood when we need it. Future proofing. Always gotta love future proofing. Alright then, pardon me, I'm gonna get another drink. As, talking for a while, your throat gets dry. Good tea. Alright then, once again, I have no idea how long I've been recording for. Should probably start setting a timer whenever I do these. But I'm honestly just batch recording and, yeah, because now I'm off tomorrow. I have the time. I'm currently, as I'm recording this, I'm uploading the previous episode. So if you commented on it, saying anything I should do or anything like, that I did wrong or am doing wrong, for one, yes, I know I should have separate paths for the people and the, what you call. Actually, should I? Are they traveling at the same speed? Yeah, they still accelerate on that because I think I put paths under it and it still counts. Right, yeah, but I should have different paths for different wagons. I should have included that in my design, but I did not. But that is what it is. In reality, I probably still could. Mm. Oh, tree planter and a forester. Yeah, so that's set up for later. Let's get metallurgy because that looks cheaper, and then we're gonna have to start stacking up blue coins. How do we get those again? With cloaks, apparently. So yeah, we're gonna need that later. Oh, that's gonna take a while. We're actually pretty well stocked here, so I'm gonna set that too to just increase a little bit and see how the water keeps stocked up. Because water is the limiting factor here, because people can only carry so much of it so fast. I think it might slowly be ticking down, I'm not sure. Can't actually see the people that operate on this, and that slightly irritates me. I just see one. I have no clue where he's going. But there's two. I think it's because I only did that one manually. Do I have two workers doing that? No. It's semi-holding up, but it's slowly failing, so I'm just gonna make another worker bring water. And then I am actually going to increase this again to 160% because slight increases help. Because as you can tell, I don't think that's quite 5 seconds. And so this is slowly but surely. The goal here is to keep it constantly moving. Does it require just raw lumber? It does just require raw lumber. Hmm. Alright then, ladies and gentlemen, I think I'm going to call it there for now, because I'm not exactly sure, again, how long I've been recording for. So, yeah, I hope you all enjoyed the video. Don't forget to leave a comment as to whether you like the series or not, if I did anything wrong, or, if you got any suggestions on how I can do this, because I am still learning with this game. And I'm still recording kind of without a plan with this, because I've exceeded what I know. I'm probably gonna play on my own save for a bit just to see, what's going on and how far things go. I'm still learning with everyone. So leave me a comment if you want me to do something or to, guide me towards getting a specific goal done. Or if, there's a certain game you'd all want me to play, all 10 of you, because again, there's 10 of you. Uh, if this ever explodes to being, I don't even mean explodes to like, a million or, 100,000 or something like that. I mean, like, if this explodes to being like, I don't know, 500 subs or something, and people are going to come back and watch this and be like, when there's 10 of you, and just like, oh, wow, that's how old this is. It's dated. Of course, by then, if that ever happens, then I'll probably be, you know, acting and talking and being slightly different, more comfortable talking and whatnot. And slowly you'll notice I am, you know, fine with just sitting here and talking to you guys. It's just I go quiet for a bit, and sometimes I run out of things to talk about, which is ironic considering I have a habit of rambling like I'm doing now. But when I'm actually trying to talk about the game, I'm not quite sure what to talk about as I'm playing sometimes because I just still don't quite know what I'm doing here, completely honest. But anyway, I'm gonna leave it off there. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time.